It's The Pet Show with Dr. Katie Nelson.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Pet Show with Dr. Katie. I'm Dr. Katie Nelson. In this half hour, we focus on all things regarding your beloved pets, from health to proper care to fun. And we always want to know about you and your pets, so feel free to email me at petshow, one word, @news8.net. Coming up on the show today, we'll learn about the work of the House with a Heart Senior Pet Sanctuary. Then we'll hear the story of a woman and her pup educating the nation on how to bring an end to animal abuse. Plus, we'll preview next weekend's Beltway Barks event in the city. Well, when looking to adopt a new dog, most families look for puppies. That's just the way that it is, or dogs that are coming out of their puppy stage. But unfortunately, older dogs can be much harder to place. Thankfully, there are places like House with a Heart Senior Pet Sanctuary that make sure all senior dogs have a safe place to call home. Here to tell us more is Vice President of the organization, Harriet Sackler, and the adorable, no longer adoptable Spencer. So, welcome to the Pet Show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. So tell me first and foremost, let's talk about him first, because we always talk about the dogs first on set, or the pets first on set.
That's perfectly fine. Spencer is about 10 or 11 years old. He came to us when a Good Samaritan found him roaming the streets.
Aww.
And we were able to, he had a microchip, and we were able to trace his origins back to a breeder in Florida. And we found out that Spencer in his younger days was actually a championship in the show, champion in the show ring. And we decided that we were going to make Spencer a resident. We don't know what happened through the years to him, but obviously it wasn't terribly good. He came to live at the sanctuary. He had extensive dental work that needed to be done, and
most min pins do as they age.
Yeah, his mouth was awful, and it seems that he wound up with a bacterial infection in his spine.
Oh my gracious!
And he was treated for months for that, and he recovered, and he's fine now, and he's living the life at the sanctuary.
Oh, that's wonderful. So tell everyone about House with a Heart. How did this come about?
Okay, Cheryl Povinelli and her husband, Joe, opened the sanctuary in 2006. It's a nonprofit sanctuary for senior and special needs dogs. Cher did not want to think that dogs that she might adopt out would later find their way into shelters. So she decided to have a place that would be a forever home for the dogs and the cats that came into our care. And that's how it began. Cher's husband passed away, and after he passed away, she started bringing in more and more animals. We currently have 24 dogs and 3 cats at the sanctuary. We have a rescue horse that's boarded nearby, and we have 2 animals that are in permanent foster care with volunteers from the sanctuary.
I love it. Now, you guys are located in Maryland, so here local around the D.C. area. And you said you are a nonprofit. So what is it that people can do to help you guys with your mission? Because I think it's a wonderful mission. We were talking beforehand. Anybody who's been watching the show for a long time knows my dog Stanley that I had originally was adopted when he was 12. So this is something that's really close to all of our hearts here at the Pet Show.
Well, with respect to House with a Heart, we have many medical bills, and a large portion of our budget goes to medical care for the animals, because we will not leave them with any kind of condition that can be treated to better their lives. We also have expenses with respect to supplies that we use, for services that we use for the dogs. We have a groomer come to the sanctuary to groom them. We have a vet who comes to the house to care for them, but we go out to specialty doctors whenever it's needed. We have a wish list on our website.
We've had that up, I believe.
But probably the most important thing that I'd like to share is the fact that dogs are for life. When dogs are adopted, owners should anticipate that that dog hopefully will live a long life and be prepared to care for the dog as the dog gets older.
Absolutely.
Because we don't want these little guys to wind up in a shelter where they're very often considered unadoptable. That's a very, very sad and tragic thing to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could end up with a beautiful little face like this, though, if you do. So if you are looking to adopt, I do hope that you will consider a senior pet when you go out to the shelter to look. And take a look at House of the Heart's website. We have it up right there for you, and see how you can help them continue their mission as well. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us.